Previously on MK Podquest.
Kriya's here. We got Kriya on Earth. She's in Earth Realm.
Kriya might be gone now. No, she's definitely gone.
Yeah, no more Kriya.
No.
Bye, Kriya.
Shao Kahn mad.
Oh, Kriya's back.
Shao Kahn madder. Big mad.
Bombs blowing up hives.
Bombs. Vorpax.
Vorpax is a princess. Kriya.
Shao Kahn hates Kriya. Reptile.
Kriya and Reptile are gonna bang.
Kiri and Anka Reptile.
Kriya again.
Kriya again. Kriya goodbye.
Bye, Kriya. Kriya gone.
That's good enough for me, I think.
Yeah, I think we fucking nailed it.
Ultimate MK Podquest.
Hey, Corey. Time for our new segment. What you sipping on?
Oh, okay. I would. So I'm actually doing what can only be described as an MK Podquest rite of passage. That might be a weird way to frame it because only one other person has done it. However, we talk about it enough, so it felt appropriate to do this on the show. I was at a Walmart earlier, and I found full sugar, uncut, cherry flavor, Coca-Cola energy drink energy, the only energy drink with a great Coca-Cola taste, high caffeine guarana energy drink.
Pew, 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 pew.
Pew, pew. It's our sponsor. And, you know, why not crack into a nice ice cold one of these? Never had it before. Not a big cherry flavor person, in all honesty. I don't think I'm gonna like this. I'm also drinking it out of necessity. Got a long night ahead, so who knows what this means for me? But we're all gonna do this together. So, oh fuck yeah, dude!
So good.
That smell is rancid.
Whoa. Hey.
Oh boy.
They're not paying us money.
Yeah, they sure aren't. Okay, I know you're not supposed to like smell Coke.
I'm concerned that it smells bad. They're not supposed to.
Well, maybe it's just the cherry smell and I don't like it.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, I guess I'm just gonna drink it now.
3, 2, 1, go.
What the fuck? It's like there's barely any cherry to it at all. Hold on, did I not? Was I supposed to shake this?
No, you were definitely not supposed to shake it.
Or is it being overpowered by like the energy drink particles? Like I genuinely don't understand.
I don't know. It's probably being overpowered by the. I remember it having a distinct cherry flavor, but in
the
that,
second sip had more of it.
There you go. Maybe just settled on the bottom.
That's the implication of that deeply upsets me.
Maybe
especially because I'm gonna drink this entire can.
Maybe gently,
I don't really want to.
Gently swirl it like a fine brandy.
Yeah, I'm a sommelier. Sommelier is my favorite Mortal Kombat DLC character.
There you go.
Okay, Jesus. Ugh.
This doesn't sound like it's going well for you.
It's not like I thought it was gonna be worse, but I kind of just don't even know like how to react because it's not like bad, but it's not by any stretch good. Oh God, I don't like that I haven't like burped yet either. Kind of a gross thought, but like I hate the implication that that's just gonna be miserable later.
Okay, all right.
Oh boy, there's a lot of just shit in this drink, huh?
Maybe you should have gone for the sugar-free. Maybe the sugar-free
it was unavailable.
I know. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't mean to make it sound like it was your fault. Like you made the wrong choice. I understand. I'm saying
take it up with Walmart Canada or the government of my country. I don't know. I don't know how to solve this.
Don't think that I won't.
Dear Justin Trudeau, sup, dude. Long time no see. What are your thoughts on energy Coke? Great, right? Now, what if I told you too much sugar in that bad boy?
Yeah, get that sugar out of that Coke energy.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm fine. I'm going to keep drinking this. We have one other thing to attend to, I believe. Hey, Neil.
Hey, Corey.
What you sipping?
Oh, boy. What do I have here? I have a new to the market in the U.S. 0 sugar, vanilla, Coca-Cola with coffee.
I'm going to stop you right there. How many of those have you had today?
This will be my third.
That's fucking deranged.
I've had the reverse day of you. You've got
You
a
should
long
be committed.
You've got a long night ahead of you. I had a long day behind me, and I need this to get through this recording. And that's like real junkie talk. I recognize that.
That's so much caffeine.
This is basically vanilla Coke with a little coffee in it.
Is it good? Do you like it?
Too much. It's so good.
Is it too much? Is it good too much?
No, I like it almost too much.
Crack that bad boy. How'd that sip go down?
Oh, that's so good. I don't know how to explain it. It's better than Coca-Cola Black, which was the last time they tried to do this.
God, that drink lasted a year in the United States. It didn't even have real sugar in it. Canadians got real sugar, baby. You got high fructose corn syrup and aspartame.
Yeah, we always get high fructose corn syrup and aspartame.
That shit will kill you. Should it not be sugar? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
You don't know this? No, dude. Like the corn, like everything. There's not real sugar in anything. Like we get.
Is that the decision? Is that the call made by Big Nebraska? Like, what the fuck?
Yes, it is. Honestly, down here, Corey, we get this product that we call Mexican Coke.
Heard of it?
Yeah, that's
Is
Coke.
that just Coke with real sugar in it?
It's Coke with real sugar in it, imported from Mexico. Mexican Coke is a thing here. Like, we seek it out, all right? We're fucked. Dude, our fucking nutrition pyramid recommended like 8 servings of bread and pasta per day. All right? Like, dude, whoa, hold on. Wait, we cracked it. That's why yours tastes different than mine. That's why you're not enjoying this beverage.
Because it's not with corn syrup.
It's got real sugar in it instead of corn syrup. That's absolutely it. I'm sure of it.
I mean, I can't necessarily disagree with you.
Let's just move on. We have received correspondence from our combatant down under.
At what point do we consider him like, you know how like the Daily Show or something, or I guess lots of things, just had correspondence for stuff?
Yeah. Yep.
Is he like part of the team at this point?
Paul, you're part of the team now. You don't get paid, but neither do we.
We got some like Tech Pro vests made. We'll get you one of those somehow. That's not true, but if we can make it happen, we'll try it.
All right. Let's hear what Paul had to say.
Good evening, Podquesters. Paul here from Melbourne again. Just wanted to say I really enjoyed the reptile episode. I was thinking there was a point in the episode where the reptile and the council member were fighting, and you said like someone just shouted out, "Finish him!" from out of nowhere, sort of thing, unexplainably. I like to think that's like a subtle reference to the original Mortal Kombat film when Reptile first appeared, and you just had the random like MK announcer voice just say Reptile, and it's like the only time that happens in that film, and I'm pretty sure it happened because like they had to reshoot that scene. But like, I don't know, I like to think someone else on that MK Conquest writing team thought that was also the best part of that film. Also before I go, there was a point where you were talking about, the reptile sort of dying and like whether or not it was the reptile crumble or like the reptile melt. I'm slightly disappointed that you didn't end up calling it a reptile dysfunction. Thank you.
A reptile dysfunction.
This is why we pay Paul the big bucks. Really.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Very good, Paul. Thank you.
Very good, Paul. I want to say that if we were just better people, not even better podcast hosts, I think we would have come up with that one. But you can't win them all. Also, listening back to that clip, I don't know if you heard this, Neil. I took a sip of that again, and I audibly went, eh.
I did hear it.
Like a little kid would do. So that's where I'm at, just mentally and physically. Speaking of where people are at mentally and physically, I don't know if the writers were in the mind space of let's do a very oblique homage to the first Mortal Kombat movie.
I do love thinking about it that way though, because like, okay, first of all, Paul, 100% correct. That is the best part of the movie, that reptile fight. And it was added in. They did do a reshoot so they could include that to get some more, fights and action in the movie. Best fight in the movie, hands down. Love it when he comes to life out of that statue and you just hear the Shao Kahn reptile. And I love thinking about this as the TV budget version of what the movie
Yeah.
did. I'm into it.
I like it. I absolutely don't think it's true, but I am prepared to give them all the credit in the world.
Yeah, if they were like, no, that's totally what we were doing, like, I'd buy it. I'd fucking buy it.
Right. But also if they said, what are you talking about? I've never even seen that movie. I'd be like, yeah.
What do you mean was that a reference? We don't even...
What's Mortal Kombat?
Do they say finish him in the Mortal Kombat game? The writers are like, wait, this is based on a game?
Never heard of it.
Paul, great to hear from you. Please,
Yeah, absolutely.
please
Keep
let
it
us
up.
know what the Coke Energy and Coke with Coffee situation is.
Yeah, what's up with your soft drinks?
Where you are. Just, yeah.
Paul's going to get a segment name soon at this rate. Corey Corder, Neil Nook,
Paul's Powder Room.
Paul Palace.
Paul's Palace. That's better than
Paul's
Powder
Palace.
Room. I meant no disrespect, Paul.
Welcome to Paul's Palace. Cut that out. Use it later. There you go.
There we go. No, you know what? We're gonna get Paul.
Paul to say it.
We're gonna get Paul to say it.
Okay. With all
right.
that out of the way, I don't usually do this, but I'm taking the reins.
Speaking of reptile,
Do you want to go to the Corey corner?
speaking of reptile, he's in this episode 20, Balance of Power. Let's get right into that Corey corner.
Welcome to the Corey corner. This episode is fucking insane. This episode is like condensing an entire season of twist, turns, and political intrigue, Game of Thrones style, into 44 minutes of television, and it is truly unhinged. And we love them for that. It starts with a completely redundant and unnecessary previously on segment based on stuff we've seen in the last like 2 episodes that we absolutely don't need to be reminded of. We love that. The gist of the episode, if you could describe it as the gist, is that Shao Kahn is deeply, deeply paranoid and just in his own head and pissed the F off because he knows that someone is constantly and regularly betraying him all the time. And to try to find out who this traitor is, who seems to be helping Kriya and is, really making his life bad, they're just sort of torturing everybody in Outworld in the hopes of discovering who the traitor is. Random Edenians who do big fighting with shadow priests, and then you've got Reiko and the boys, and Reptile visits and tries to, prove his fealty and blah, blah, blah. We, the viewer, know it's Reptile. Shao Kahn does not, and he spends the entire episode not knowing that, and it's very funny watching this bad man just have the worst week of his life. Meanwhile, this is like an episode where I think every living character, except for Sub-Zero and Noob Saibot of any importance, are in this episode. It's fucking loaded.
Well, no Quanchi.
Well, we just got a lot of Quanchi, though.
Some would say too much.
Some would say...
I wouldn't.
I
But
would.
Some would.
Anyway, to my point, lots of people in here. Meanwhile, some tension over at Camp Kriya with Vorpax, who is like, hey, this clearly is not working. Maybe we should just stop. And Kriya's like, what the fuck did you just say to me? I'll fucking kill you. You kidding me? Take that back. I'm your mom. Take it back. Vorpax is like, fine, I'll take it back, whatever. And then Vorpax hatches a fucking scheme.
Yeah.
Vorpax, queen of schemes. Because at first you're like, oh, cool, she's just trapped in subservience hell again, like she always is, and it's terrible. But she convinces the combat crew to help her trick Kriya into a trap that will get Kriya killed on the pretense that Vorpax will end the invasion attempt and will get no powers out of it. Haha, gotcha, combat crew. Vorpax actually gets all of Kriya's powers out of it, and then she goes and tries to find Shang as a means of creating a new half warrior, half sorcerer army to finish the job. Vorpax finally, getting what's hers in a way, I suppose.
Yeah.
And that gets rudely interrupted by a double-crossed Reptile who wants the deal with Kriya honored, and Taja and Siro attempting to murder multiple people with a crossbow, if at all possible.
Yeah.
Kung Lao was at a commission with a broken leg. We'll get to that later.
Yeah.
And I think that's...
That's literally it. Like,
Kiri steals a demonic sword.
yeah. Poor Kiri in this episode. God,
They could have used the same 3 shots all episode.
they did. They
Kiri.
100% did.
They basically did.
No, it is at least, we'll get to it, but at least the third shot of her coming out of that wall uncloaked is the same as the first shot. They literally reused it.
Why do I keep drinking this drink?
Because it's good. This is what happens.
It's not good.
It's a grower, not a shower.
It's not that. It's bad.
Your body knows what it needs, and it's telling you it needs.
It's not. It's
energy
telling
coke.
me to fucking stop.
Just listen to it. Just listen to your body.
I'm gonna have a heart attack later.
Let's go to the Neil Nook. Jesus Christ.
Let's.
Welcome to the Neil Nook.
It's Gucci.
This episode, Balance of Power, was directed by Scott Paulin, who also directed the episode in Mortal Kombat. I don't think we went deep on the writers back then. That was episode 3, I think. Episode 4. So, I'm not going to touch on it too much, but Scott Paulin is also an actor. So I picked out a couple of his roles. He was on Young and the Restless. He was on Castle. He was on Jag. 24, which also Adani Meropis was on. And he was Kurt Lawley in the Michael J. Fox Teen Wolf. As a director, he also directed an episode of VIP.
Which we love here. I feel like we are in a drought. We are, crawling through a desert begging for an oasis filled with Pacific Blue. Where did it go?
I know. He also directed some episodes of Sheena, and in 2015, a TV series 6-episode something or other called Namaste Bitches.
Is that with is that a phrase, or is that describing a group?
It is
Like,
called.
are they the Namaste Bitches, or is it like somebody saying, like if I were to say to you, Namaste, bitches?
It's Namaste Bitches. It is describing the bitches
A group.
who are doing yoga.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. I hate that word. I've avoided using it in other times. It is the title of this, and this is about a group of women who gather weekly to meditate and hold a positive thought for the world. Learning the task is a real bitch.
What a weird, whatever.
Yeah.
What a
Yeah.
weird show.
Right.
No weirder than this, I suppose.
Correct. The episode was written by Duke Sandifer, who worked on a series called Dark Justice, which just sounds fucking bonkers.
Isn't that a Justice League thing?
It is not. You're thinking of Justice League Dark. This is
Tell me how those things are different.
the 1991 to 1993 3-season series about a judge who loses faith in the judicial system after his wife and daughter are murdered, and starts making defendants from the cases he sees join a vigilante group nicknamed
That's
the
awesome.
Night Watchmen.
Awesome. Awesome. Love it. Awesome.
This series, biggest name I can see here on the cast list, 15 episodes, Carrie Ann Moss.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that's something I'm going to have to dig into like crazy later, because this sounds right up my alley. Now, in tradition, I also picked out 2 projects he worked on. That should be added to your They Made Another One movie list.
Please.
The first one is The Phantom of the Opera from 1989, starring Robert Englund.
Fucking sold.
He wrote the screenplay for that. The other one is another movie he wrote the screenplay to from, I think, 2012.
Another movie Robert Englund wrote?
Yeah.
Okay.
Duke Sandifer wrote the screenplay.
My god, I'm such a fucking idiot. I thought you were saying Robert Englund wrote these movies.
No.
Anyway.
Duke Sandifer wrote the screenplay for the 2013 film, I think. Atlas Shrugged 2: The Strike.
What the fuck? I don't even want to know what that is. That sounds terrible. Jesus Christ. Okay, well, hopefully the William Castle film genre never does that to us.
It never lands on that one. All right. As for characters, we've got obviously Fabiana Udenio returning as Kriya. We've got Sung-Hai Lee returning as Kiri. John Valera's back as Reptile. Jim Helsinger's back as Reiko. But for new characters, we see a lot of Outworld people in this because, Shao Kahn is confronting all of his generals and stuff. We've got a lieutenant played by Russ Blackwell, a general played by Robert Deacon, and we've got an Edenian warrior who shows up in this. He's played by Mike Christopher. Mike Christopher was in Speed 2 Cruise Control doing stunts. He's done stunts on 13 episodes of Mortal Kombat Conquest, and he got an acting credit for being the Edenian warrior in this episode.
And he's great. I want to make a big credit. I like him quite a bit.
Yeah, he was cool as the Edenian prisoner. That section also featured perhaps the greatest Mortal Kombat character of all time. Everybody's favorite Mortal Kombat character, Shadow Priest #1, played by a man named Silk Manning.
What a name.
This guy, Silk Manning, he is I don't know what to call him, a professional fitness dude,
Yeah.
a bodybuilder, a career athlete, fitness professional. He was a co-host on a ESPN2 TV series called Gotta Sweat. He's like writes for like Muscle and Fitness, Muscle News. He's from Florida, which is where I live.
Shout out.
He was a featured dancer for the Miami Heat Dancers, the Hooters.
What? Holy shit.
Hooters Arena Football Dancers.
Wait, what? Say that again.
The Hooters Arena Football Dancers.
Okay.
He's a professional bodybuilder. He invented a style of kickboxing aerobics called Ki-Bae, KHI-BAE. And I don't know. He fucking crushed it in this episode. He's not a professional actor, but he fucking was really, really good in this, in my opinion. I don't know about you, Corey.
It was cool. He's definitely got a presence to him. I think like, it's so funny. He and, what's the Edenian guy's name?
Mike Christopher.
Him and Mike Christopher both have such a strong presence in the scene that includes both of them that it is baffling to me that we see relatively so little of them. I think they're both great. Would have been cool to see more, but we do get plenty of Silk Manning. He's like the priest in charge, effectively.
Yeah, he's all over this fucking episode. I don't know.
Do you remember if he is in the rest of the show?
This is his only episode. That's the fucking bonkers thing to me, right? Like he was really good in this. I'm sorry, but he's right there with Shao Kahn. He's leading the interrogation. He's doing the magic. He's acting. He's fighting. He's in one episode.
What's that saying? Stars that burn the brightest die the biggest, or whatever. Burn bright and blow up twice as hard. What is it?
Something like that. Yeah. Let's see. That is it for the Neil Nook. Silk Manning, please come on the show. I won't be weird, I promise. I'll be a little weird. All right.
I'm gonna finish off the last of this cherry energy Coke. Cherry, no sugar, all sugar actually, no syrup. And then we can just jump right into that. How'd that sound? Jesus Christ. That was okay. Oh boy. Dude, the bottom of the can tastes bad.
I think you got a bad one, dude. I'm going to be real.
The bottom of the can tastes bad.
It's not supposed to be that way.
Fuck
Oh,
me.
no. Oh, no. They're never going to sponsor us now.
Ugh. I got to try one with sugar in it. Ugh.
This Coke with coffee is going down easy.
That was like brushing your teeth with gunpowder or something. That sucked. I don't know what that means, but like whatever.
Almost just spit Coke with coffee all over my surface.
Okay.
All right.
Speaking of people in a bad mood, Shao Kahn, worst mood of his life.
So much torture in this episode.
Torture time. Reiko is sweating like a middle manager who thinks he's gonna get fired.
Yeah, Reiko's ass. His ass is on the line.
You can see it in the whites of his eyes. You can just, because they're accented with his cool makeup.
Yeah.
He looks horrified.
My big takeaway from this scene where Shao Kahn is torturing this guy is that we see like the shirtless guards with the red head wrap from the movie. I just like when we see stuff from
they're
the
around.
movie.
We see a few of those.
Yeah, and there's like this Shadow Priest #1, I believe. Our friend Silk Manning. He's got like some kind of like magic dragon claw or something that they're using as a torture implement, and Shao Kahn's like pressing the guy. This guy that they're torturing.
How could you do me like that?
Yeah. It's fucked up, bro. It's fucked up, bro. I thought we were bros, bro. Some real bro energy. Some real like
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
like who drank the last Pabst?
Bro, did you drink my Natty Ice?
Yeah, honestly.
Bro, that was my Natty Ice, bro.
Did you drink my Milwaukee Ice?
Bro, you know it's Natter Day, bro.
Hey, who drank all my high fructose corn syrup?
I was saving that for Natter Day, bro.
It's every day, bro.
Yo, it's Friday. Where's my high fructose corn syrup? I was saving that. It's fried fructose corn syrup, bro.
It was time for me to butt chug all this high fructose corn syrup.
I gotta look. Yeah,
It's viscous.
I gotta butt chug all this Coke, this Coke with coffee, bro.
Anyway, so Shao Kahn's butt chugging corn syrup in a fit of rage, and
They're torturing this dude, and Reiko's like, "Stop! You have to stop."
I love this guy. This guy's my best friend.
Reiko's stepping up. I fought side by side with this guy. He's not a traitor. And Shao Kahn's like, "Oh yeah, maybe you're the traitor, bro." Right?
Only a traitor would defend a traitor. You fucking traitor.
Yeah, yeah. Reiko's like, come on, knock it off, bro. Jeff is cool. And Shao Kahn's like, no, dude.
Jeff and I went to high school together.
No, dude, it's got to be one of my friends who betrayed me. All right, fine. You want me to release him? I'll release him. Shao Kahn just stabs Jeff, runs him through with his sword.
And
he's
you
like,
know, in Shao Kahn's defense,
Yeah.
he is released from this mortal coil.
Hold on. He is released. Is that good? Is that a good Shao Kahn?
I like it. Also, really quick, starts with a great overhead shot of this torture set.
Dude.
And
This set rules.
this set rules, but also for like a couple scenes, I feel like they fixed the color grading or they changed something about the lighting. I don't know what it is, but the way this set is lit and the way everything looks and is presented looks the best this show has ever been put together. This whole opening is mwah. It is. That was a good kiss sound, probably.
It was.
It was. Oh man, it looks incredible, and I don't understand it because it's short-lived.
Yeah.
Like the whole episode, the fucked up color grading comes back, and I don't understand how this keeps happening. Anyway, Siro has a gigantic sword.
So Siro's swinging a sword around. You know how Siro's like known for using swords and like being
Well,
real
that's why-
passionate about like his sword.
That's why his name starts with S. SWIRO. He's Swiro.
Swordo swinging around his seared.
Siro, the whole franchise, he has had a sword.
100%. Every single episode. He's known as the sword guy.
And Taja, of course,
Crossbow girl.
crossbow girl.
Yeah.
Sword boy, crossbow girl.
Yeah. Siro the sword boy. That's his full name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody has asked him for his full name once. But he takes out his driver's license.
It says Siro the sword boy. I love seeing. I love it because Taja comes in and he's practicing with his sword as he does every episode, and he's like, this is the ultimate thing, right? Man forges the sword, but the sword forges man. And Taja's like, sure, yeah.
And Taja's like, are you going to fuck that sword?
Yeah. Taja's like, but you know me and my crossbow.
Right? As everybody knows, me and my crossbow.
You won't get near me. I'll take you out with my crossbow before you even get in range with your sword. It's really, really nice to see Siro and Taja with their iconic weapons, like debating the pros and cons of each of their selected like iconic weapons. You know,
Kung Lao walks in wearing a gigantic hat.
Yeah, so Taja's like showing off her crossbow like she does most of the time, and she accidentally fires a bolt, and it almost hits
At
Raiden.
Raiden.
Yeah,
Who just fucking shows up. Raiden's getting too cute.
yeah.
He spends this whole scene appearing behind people. He shows up on a balcony, and then
He's like behind Siro. He's like behind Kung Lao in the next cut.
he just walks into frame and says, "Good point, not so good point."
Right.
Like, because they're debating the logistics of like what are they debating the logistics of? Killing somebody?
Yeah, because he pops in with this like forced ass. Hey, Siro, nice sword. Love to see your classic sword. I bet Shao Kahn would love that sword for using
Shao
for
Kahn,
torture.
the guy who's having a bad day.
Yeah, this is how he's letting them know.
Oh!
Yeah.
Do you know what? Okay, so Raiden's breaking it down, right? He's getting in there, and he's
Yeah.
like, "Dude, Shao Kahn, Siro, he would have loved your sword. Siro the sword boy, you guys would have been tight." Anyway, he's fucked up. He's torturing everybody.
Yeah.
He's torturing his friends. He's torturing Shao Kahn. He's torturing Motaro's people.
Motaro's people.
Motaro, baby. Also, I guess like
Not the centaurs.
Raiden is
Motaro's
not
people.
willing to say centaur. But we get a little bit of a.
We get a Motaro name drop. It's rad.
They're like, oh, we should tell Shao Kahn that we know it's Kriya,
That
that we know it's Reptile.
Yeah, that Reptile's the traitor.
And then Ciro's like, but how would we do it? And Raiden pops into frame and goes, good point. And then Taja says something that he doesn't like, and he says bad point, and he's just being mean.
Well, his point is if they let Shao Kahn know that Reptile is the traitor, he's just going to kill Reptile, and that's going to be the end of it.
Taja just wants to kill Reptile
because she hates the Reptile men because they killed Tomas.
What do you think Tomas's signature weapon was?
Tomas, his chin.
Yeah,
that thing could cut diamonds.
Here comes the crimson chin, baby.
Yeah, Raiden's like, no, don't tell him, because right now he's killing off his own people trying to find the traitor, and he's fighting Kriya and killing off her people, and she's killing off his people, and like, this is great. You guys should just stay out of it.
This is not your problem.
Sure.
Leave it alone.
Yeah, that's how that conversation with Raiden ends. Raiden pops in to give them information that would like spur them to take action, and then
tells them not to.
But don't take action. Like, he could have just like stayed home. You know?
I think Raiden is starting to get like off on this.
He's bored.
He's bored as hell.
Yeah.
He wants. It's weird. I feel like he wants a fight like so bad, but he refuses to let anybody do anything.
He's gonna get a fight soon.
At least in the next 2 episodes.
Sure, yeah. All right, so from here, we're going to go check in at Camp Kriya's Zatera location.
Yeah, it's like they're franchising.
Yeah, it's like Disney. It's like you got your Disney World, you got your Disneyland, and you got Euro Disney World. This is
Euro
Camp
Disney.
Kriya.
This is Tokyo Camp Kriya C.
Kriya's hanging out with Reptile and Kiri, and Reptile's like, what the fuck even happens? He's like getting kind of impatient about this, right? Because he wants like this shit to be over
I want to
with.
kill Shao Kahn so bad. Sounds like this show has
a reptile dysfunction.
I want to kill Shao Kahn and also
be,
are they
like, we want to share he wants to share power with Kriya, and she's playing coy about it, and he's like, let's just get this shit the fuck over with. I'm putting my ass on the line. My ass is grass. Right. He's looking for traitors.
Yes.
Let's get a move on. And then Kiri is like, oh man, should we be getting a move on? And Kriya's like, fucking whatever, I don't care.
Yeah, whatever. Hey Kiri, go do Kiri shit. And Kiri smiles and runs off to go do Kiri shit. And down in Outworld, we've got a down. Is it? I assume it's down. Outworld feels down to me.
Comparative to Earth?
Yeah, Earthrealm seems up.
Meanwhile,
in Outworld, there's a dude tied to a chair, and Shadow Priest #1, I'm just going to call him Silk Manning. Please, everyone remember, Silk Manning is Shadow Priest #1. And Silk Manning is like interrogating this guy tied to this chair. And
in a bespoke torture set,
yes.
I think we haven't seen yet.
Yeah, this is totally new. There's tables and shit around. He's got like the
cool bars and stuff. I think the camera does a fun move, like it pans like down into this like torture pit.
Yeah, he's got old timey. Silk Manning's got like old timey dentist pliers to use for torture, and he's just really going on to this guy. We find out this guy is an Edenian warrior, one of Princess Kitana's guards, and he's being accused of being the traitor. Which, like, yeah, you know, maybe start with Princess Kitana and the other Edenians.
Why not start with people that you know hate you, and then sort of work your way backwards? Because everybody hates them, I guess.
Yeah, they are traitors. They're not traitors who are aligned with Kriya. I guess that's the underlying point. Is they're trying to find out, you know, who cares? Who
would gain something from helping Kriya? The short answer is this Edenian could give a fuck. And he's like, I'm not going to tell you anything, you dumb piece of shit. Fuck you, I don't care. And
he fucking breaks.
He rips through these like manacles, keeping him strapped to the chair.
Right, because Edenians are strong as fuck.
And Silk Manning's like, okay, you don't want to debate. Let me kick your ass. And then they have a fucking fight, and he like rips off his like Shadow Priest outfit.
Let me flex my fucking shirt off, and we're going to fight.
And it's a real fucking slobber knocker, dude. This feels like a bar fight.
They're smashing through tables and shit like that. It's rad.
Silk Manning gets like thrown over and does like a somersault, and then just does a little hop up onto some rocks, which I think is hilarious. Oh Oh, no. Hang on. We misremembered. So he takes off his shadow priest robe, and then mid-fight, the Edenian guy rips his shirt off for no reason.
There it is.
And he's like, both of these men are like pre-oiled.
Dude looks like a Terminator.
And then they attempt to shove each other's faces into some hot coals.
And the Edenian gets his he tries to pull that shit on Silk, and Silk's like, fuck no, dude, I'm Silk Manning. And then he pushes that guy's face in the coals. He gets burned.
Yeah, and then we get a great bit of acting where he shifts into desperation mode. Yes. He picks up like an axe and tries throwing that at him. It gets stuck in the chair. And then he just starts sort of like wildly flailing, which sets up one of the most incredible fatalities we will ever get on this show.
Holy shit.
Which is that he gets backflip kicked into the chair and then like forced through the axe that he had thrown into the chair by getting kicked directly in the face.
Yes.
It's one of the more brutal things we've seen, frankly.
And then Silk Manning is like, die your noble death.
This Edenian man is about as dead as you could possibly get.
It's wild because it's a fight. The weird thing about this, though, for me, was like, I think this is the first fight we've seen in the entire run that involved two characters that had not previously been introduced in a previous episode.
Yes, there's frankly the fact that this episode has two other very high profile fights. The fact that one of these fights is spent on two random dudes.
Yeah.
And it's like tonally the fight feels a little bit different. It feels a bit more brutal. They're ripping each other's clothes off and burning their own faces.
I think there was honestly, maybe it was, we watch Siro and Taja fight and Kung Lao fight. We know they're going to ultimately win, right?
This could have been anybody.
This could have been either.
This Edenian guy could have just become important.
It could have taken a twist, and but no, man, I don't know. The stakes
were
interesting.
Yeah. We haven't felt like something like that since early in the series because most of these characters were new then, obviously, but it's kind of fascinating. Frankly, the amount of space and time they gave that. In an episode that has so many immediately plot important things in it, for there to be like a 4-minute fight that doesn't have anything to do with that is kind of wild.
Yeah, but it was a chance for them to get like more brutal because the characters were disposable.
Yeah, it was tight.
Anyway.
And now Vorpax is going to go fight with her mom.
Yeah, Vorpax we're back in Zetera, Eurocamp Kriya, and Kriya's like fucking lounging out, I don't know, eating olives and being decadent and shit, right? Like
she's
like how she
Roman
presents.
emperoring it.
Totally. And Vorpax busts in and she's like, hey mom, this is fucked up. Our sisters are dying, just like you keep throwing them away on these suicide missions, right? And Kriya's like, hold on. That's how you win a war. You win a war by throwing your soldiers at it, right?
Yeah, this is a real war of attrition situation, and frankly, I don't care about human life. Right. And Vorpax is like, maybe we should. What's the point of winning if everybody's fucking dead?
Vorpax, she's real mad because she's like, you don't even lead us into battle anymore. You're not on the front lines. You're just like here in your tent. Vorpax
is having her Deadly Alliance kill our bosses moment.
Totally, yeah.
Except her boss is her mom.
Yeah. But
this is what happens when the ruling class comes untouched from the mental state of the proletariat.
She's just hanging out in the safety of her tent.
Comrade Vorpax is what we're getting here.
In the rain, in Zetera, lounging. I think she's being fanned while all of her children are dying.
And she's totally blowing off the people in relevant, important political alliances with her.
Yes.
And it's also kind of interesting to see what the episode implies as Vorpax going on a pacifist run, essentially. But you just sort of get to see Vorpax and like Vorpax once again proving she's the best, caring about people. And I know it's ultimately a power grab, and frankly, it's not even that surprising that it is.
Right.
But Vorpax has gone from a character that gets very little space or agency to do anything, to getting an overwhelming amount of that. And that's refreshing, seeing as she is basically the only woman afforded any of that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm in her corner, and I get her point.
It's still got issues.
Sure.
Namely, something we'll get to later.
Are you saying this is not a perfect show? The other thing Kriya does in this scene is she tries to shift the blame to Vorpax, right? She's like, hey, this is your fault. We had to ally with the Zeterans because you talked me into trying to ally with Earthrealm, and that didn't fucking work out, did it? Which is a real, bullshit. I didn't like it.
No, it's still Kriya's fault. Because guess
Yeah.
what? If you weren't trying to do this, nobody would have had to come up with a plan in the fucking first place.
She also basically just straight up says, like, our warriors die for me for, like, whatever the fuck I want them to die for. I'm queen, motherfucker. Go to your room.
It is a privilege to die for me. Also, you're grounded.
Yeah. Yeah, and she's like, swear your loyalty to me, Vorpax, or I'm going to kill you, I think. And Vorpax is like, all right, fine. And she kneels down, and she's like, I swear my allegiance to you, mommy.
Or does she?
But we think she's just like going to let it go, right? But no.
And then you feel bad because you're like, oh man, she is just trapped in subservience hell again.
Yeah.
Which is not cool. Or cut the combat crew.
We go back to the combat crew, and Taja's still like, come on, we should just turn Reptile into Shao Kahn, right? And Kung Lao's like, no. Shao Kahn is busy killing his own people. That's good for us.
Boom! And then the door just fucking flies open.
Sira's like, yeah, maybe we'll finally get some quiet around here. And Vorpax is like, hold my wine.
Not today.
And Vorpax comes in and she's like, whoa, I just came to talk. Also, I have an army with me. And they're like, they jump up to fight. You know, Ciro's got his classic sword.
They're like, Vorpax will fucking kill you. And then she's like,
I just want to talk.
I want to talk.
You guys are surrounded.
To prove how much I want to talk, all of my friends are here.
So they're like, fine. And she's like, no, we got to talk in private. And Kung Lao's like, fine. Okay.
Can I
inside.
illustrate for you quickly the roller coaster I went on over the last 2 scenes?
Yes.
As a diehard Vorpax fan?
Please.
Yeah, fuck leaders. Vorpax is the best. Vorpax fucking gets it. All caps. Don't show obedience. Leave. Lowercase. Aw man, fuck. Can't somebody help Vorpax not be in subservience hell? Quote, no more questioning my authority is bad. Line break. All caps. Yes, gang. Vorpax fucking gang. I literally shouted in this music rules, what an entrance. Let's fucking go. Vorpax gang.
All right, real quick about the music. That's the music that always plays in the cobalt mines. I'm starting to think that's
Vorpax's theme.
That's Vorpax's theme, because we always see Vorpax in the cobalt mines, or most of the time when that music is playing. I think that's just Vorpax's theme.
Tight as fuck. I love it.
Yeah, it rules. It fucking rules. So Kung Lao's like, all right, come inside and we'll talk privately. And Sira's like, on the condition that I can keep my sword with me. Which, like, we know that Siro brings his sword with him everywhere he goes. It's just weird that they brought it up. But Vorpax is like, yeah, sure, no sweat. Keep your sword. I know how much you love it. You've always got that sword on you.
We know you're always wearing a sword, sharpening a sword, training a sword.
I know your name is Siro the Sword Boy. So let's chat. They go inside and Vorpax is like, hey, Kung Lao, Siro, Sword Boy, Taja, Crossbow Girl.
God, this show would just call Taja fucking Crossbow Girl.
Can you kill my mommy for me?
How do you guys feel about matricide?
Yeah,
and also regicide, actually.
Ooh, boy. Double side.
How do you guys feel
This
about...
is a double-sided situation.
Oh. Rim shot. Rim shot and then a gunshot, please.
Done.
And then Kung Lao is like, sounds like it's your problem.
Yeah.
Get fucked. And
Right.
Vorpax is like, really? That's all you're going to say? And he's like, yeah, I don't give a shit. And then Siro and Taja are like, hold on. Let us go talk some sense into him. Give us an hour that will actually take 35 seconds.
Right. Yeah. Vorpax's pitch is like, if you kill Kriya, we'll all go back to our own realm. You'll basically be back to a stalemate without world where they can't invade Earthrealm. Right.
And I'm not going to invade.
And
I'm not going to invade.
Totally.
I'm done.
I'm going. I hate it here. I just want to go home. I've been in the cobalt mines for forever. I want outie.
Definitely leaving.
Totally leaving.
And I get nothing out of this.
You guys have 1 hour to talk it over. I'll be at Applebee's.
And then Siro and Taja do something kind of weird.
Yeah. Kung Lao doesn't want to do this, right? He's protesting.
Right. They walk about 8 feet away from him and say about as loudly as possible. Actually, you know what? Let's just give Kung Lao the unbearable burden of being stuck dealing with the individual responsibility of Mortal Kombat. We don't even need his help. We can kill Kiri ourselves. He's a useless sack of shit. We don't even like him.
Wow.
Fuck you, Kung Lao.
Honestly, I didn't even think about that. You're 100% right. This deal would totally just put Kung Lao back with the responsibility.
They say that. They say, A, this should be Kung Lao's problem only. B, we can kill Kriya by ourselves. Kung Lao's not even good at fighting.
Yeah.
Bye. And then Kunlao goes, hold on.
Whoa, hey, just kidding, guys.
Let's gloss over all that shit that you said about me that was really mean, and I will help you. But like, what a fucked up scene.
Because he's like, you guys stood by me when you thought I was wrong about shit. So like, the least I can do is be there for you.
And it's like, hey man, they're not standing by you right now.
This show should be called Mortal Kombat Gaslighting.
Yes, they should be, or it should be. Jesus.
So then Taj is like, okay, I'll go tell Kriya I'll go tell Vorpax. I can't believe I did that. Holy shit.
I can't believe that's the names we're mixing up now. Because I feel like Shao Kahn Shang Tsung, I get it.
Sure.
Like Quan Chi Shang Tsung, or Quan Chi Shao Kahn, which, whatever. I can believe that. But like Vorpax Kriya do not even sound the same. We're truly spiraling.
And
we are running on fumes getting to the finale of the show.
And we know Vorpax so well. I feel bad.
Yeah.
So Taj just like, all right, I'll go tell Vorpax that we're in. And Kung Lao's like, okay, one stipulation, we have to do it on our turf, right? Which I think that makes sense, right? Strategic advantage.
Home field advantage.
Shit. So we're back in Shao Kahn's area. And Silk Manning is telling Shao Kahn that, like, look, he breaks it down. Like, I keep torturing people, they resist and they die, or they confess falsely because they think it'll make it stop, but then they die anyway. Everyone's dying. We haven't found the traitor yet. Shao Kahn's outlook is like, so keep fucking going until everyone's dead, or I find the traitor. And
can I backtrack just slightly?
Yeah.
In the scene where Vorpax confronts everybody, her outfit doesn't look radioactive, and all the blues in the scene don't look like they're trying to jump completely out of the screen, which again tells me there's moments where they figured out what the fuck they're trying to do with this color grading.
Sure.
And there's some fun lighting where, like, when Kung Lao decides to help them, he's lit in a way where, like, only his face is lit in, like, a tight close-up, and he's just, like, glowing. It's very funny. I like it. That's all. I want to make sure that we get as much aesthetic stuff in there when possible as plot stuff, but that's generally the gist of what I'm getting at here.
All right. Yeah, good. I'm glad you're paying attention to that shit, because I am not. Like,
I am, but
not.
my notes are very rarely about it, so I actually have the episode open right now, muted with the closed captions on, and I'm clicking through it as we talk to make sure I don't miss anything.
Nice. Good idea. So Silk Manning's like, look, Shao Kahn, I got an idea, right? I can do this thing. Basically what I need is your sword, and I just need to kill one more person who we know is loyal to you. He gets a shadow priest who's loyal. He does a little chant. He takes Shao Kahn's sword.
The sword that he's known for using.
Yeah, he magics it and stabs the shadow priest, and Shao Kahn's like, oh, another dead priest. Cool. And he's like, no, part of him still lives. He like possesses the sword or some shit. The sword gets all like purpley and black. Fire
this
effects.
Episode is fucking loaded with CG effects like that.
Yeah.
And this is like, black purple flaming demon sword that has been cursed with the power to eavesdrop on people that kiss it.
Basically. Yeah, that's actually, not even basically. That's 100% it.
That is what the sword does now. It doesn't like shoot lightning or kill people better. It can eavesdrop on people that swear fealty to the sword.
Yeah, he's turned the sword into a talk boy from Home Alone 2.
We're home early. Oh fuck. I gotta stop torturing my boyfriend.
So, meanwhile, in Zatera, Vorpax and Kriya are talking about Earthrealm.
Game plan time.
Yeah, it's like their hives in Outworld are failing. Earthrealm's their only hope. They gotta protect the hives.
And Vorpax is like, trust me, I'm so on your team. I have a great idea. Want to go fucking murder Kung Lao?
I know for a fact that he will be home alone tonight.
Home Alone 2. Lost in Jushin.
Once we kill Kung Lao, provided he hasn't rigged the place up with like paint cans on strings and shit, and just Hot Wheel cars on the floor, with
which in a way he
them.
has.
Once we kill him, it'll be easy to kill Siro and Taja, and then maybe we can just like chill in Earthrealm. You can find a mate there too, another warrior, because there's just like a fucking million of them there, and it'll be cool.
Hey mom, do you want to go kill a guy that we hate? Yeah, that sounds like a great bonding opportunity.
Pick 4 of your warriors, and we're going to go do that. We're going to go fuck Kung Lao's shit up.
I have a few things. A, Kiri saw the sword get cursed. Important for later.
Shit,
B,
you're right. We skipped that.
That's all of it. That. Yeah, Kiri is hiding in invisible reptile form in the throne room, watches the sword get cursed. End of story.
Yes.
For now, whatever.
She'll do it a few times.
So here's the thing. So Kriya says something in this scene.
Sure.
as part of why she initially doesn't want to go kill Kung Lao. She says she is forbidden from leading an army into Earthrealm.
Yes, that is important. You're absolutely
That's
right.
what the fuck was her plan then? That was her entire plan.
I think
She is producing an army in Earthrealm. You have people in Earthrealm. Your army is in Earthrealm. If you can't lead an army into Earthrealm, what the fuck was your plan?
Yeah, but this is the whole thing. Like they say something else about it in this episode. They said it in the other ones. Like she is the way that she conquers by visiting and getting people to like her and fucking and just kind of replacing their numbers with her own soldiers is not the same as an invasion force coming in and murdering everybody.
I get
Right.
that, but she has an army there already, basically.
I know.
She has people doing... Why is she suddenly beholden to rules that she was not beholden to previously?
I think well that's what I'm saying is
I
that
feel like they're playing fast and loose with that.
I think it's as consistent as it can be. Basically, she's got her army there as a loophole because it's not an it's not a violent force. Then the Elder Gods are probably not paying attention because there's no like major bloodshed and shit like that, right? Like, I think that there's a difference between visiting a realm and showing up and killing everybody. I think that would draw their attention.
Yeah,
more.
I think
like
that
I
just
understand.
feels like a stupid distinction. That's all I'm saying.
I understand that it's a little clunky and a little inconsistent, but I think that that's the intent. By the same side of things, she's 100% leading an army into Outworld for violence and death and fights and stuff. So
Yes.
is it just Earthrealm? Is it just Earthrealm that's protected by these rules?
Much like, well, and it's weird because this is the part where we get into stuff where it's like the lore of this show becomes slightly inconsistent with the lore of Mortal Kombat overall, like with a lack of clarity on things like that. Because also, like, the tournament that was about Earthrealm appeared to have been hosted in Outworld by Shao Kahn. Seems like that's how that works. Blah, blah, blah. We'll get into it some other day. So Vorpax does successfully convince Kriya that this is a good idea.
Right.
And the combat crew is in on it, proving that Vorpax is the world's greatest schemer. In a
Yes.
show that is full of people scheming, she is the only one who seems to ever successfully accomplish literally anything.
She's queen of the scheme, and soon she'll just be the queen.
Queen schemer, scheme queen, or you heard about Scream Queens? These you know horror movies. It's like that.
Yeah, she's a scheme queen. She's
Cut to
Jamie Lee Curtis.
one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Cut to Shao Kahn has gathered all of his employees, and essentially he says,
Yeah.
"You got to tell me you love me, bro, or else I'm gonna fucking kill you."
Reiko's there. Reptile's there. There's another ninja there.
Yeah,
Did you see
a
that
bunch of
guy?
people are here.
He looks sick as hell. My headcanon is that was Ermac.
That's fine. Yeah, let's say it was Ermac. So they're all standing like all lined up, and he's like, "Okay, bros, you got to listen to me. I'm heated as hell. I'm pissed. One of you was fucking with me. One of you drank all my high fructose corn syrup. I'm PO'd. And so here's the deal. I've got this big... Everybody knows my sword. It's the sword I always have with me. It's my sword. I'm a sword guy." And everybody goes, "Yeah, we know you're a sword guy. We get it. Sword con. Yeah.
You and Siro. Yep.
And
Big sword guys. Known throughout the realms.
So he goes, "Okay, here's the deal. All you have to come kiss my sword. If you don't, I'm going to call you a traitor and murder you."
Yeah.
Reiko does it without question because he's middle management.
Because he's a fucking brown noser. A great way to test loyalty, right? Kiss my sword or I murder you.
Really, you're
right?
giving a lot of options
Jesus
here for
Christ.
people. And then
Shao Kahn, he's anti-union, he's anti-whistleblower.
here's the thing, though. He sets up a set of circumstances where you basically can't say no. And then Reptile does everything he possibly can to be as suspicious as humanly possible.
This is not fitting of a true warrior. Fine, I'll kiss the sword, but I'm not going to take my mask off.
I'm gonna put my mouth near the sword, but I'm not happy about it. And if it were any other circumstances, I'd probably tell HR.
God, that's creepy. I'll put my mouth near it.
That's what he does. Am I wrong?
But it counts.
Somehow
works
it counts.
anyway.
He doesn't kiss the sword, and then they cut away, and we assume everybody kisses the sword.
Right. Now, now it's ambush time, man.
Yeah, cut to ambush time. Also, Kiri was there again.
Was she there? Was she there on that scene, or she pops out later when they're talking? I don't know.
Well, she has to
let's
find
just
out
get
how
it
the
in
sword
here.
works. Anyway, whatever.
Kiri has been hiding in Shao Kahn's throne room
Periodically.
cloaked because she's a reptile person up against the stone wall. Nobody knows she's there.
Apparently, it's very easy to break
So
in.
every time the room empties out, she appears.
Just to tell the audience that she's there.
She checks out the situation, and then later on in the episode, she appears again in the exact same way and checks out the same situation. She checked out the dead guy after they did the sword ritual. She may have checked this ceremony out. I think you're right, she did. She's going to check it out when they use the sword later to listen in on people. Yeah, because it's a 10-second scene every single time. This is Kiri doing Kiri shit. This is Kiri's job now.
Yeah, basically. She is Outworld correspondent.
But now it's fucking ambush time, right?
And there's another curveball basically instantly.
Go for it.
So they're like, okay, we scoped it out. Kung Lao is definitely alone. Okay, Mom, hit it. And Kriya's like, you go first. And Vorpax is like, what? And she's like, I didn't want to do this. It's your plan.
Yeah.
You go first.
Go fight him and weaken him, and then I'll bust in and take the glory once he's been like beaten up a little bit.
Yeah, so then
right?
Vorpax like sneaks in a back door. They've had this whole thing set up, and they go like, okay. And she's like, okay, Kung Lao,
Okay.
let's just make a bunch of fucking noise, and everything's fine. And he's like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm Kung Lao. Yeah, I'm Kung Lao. The trap is set.
I'm Kung Lao.
You got it. You gonna go?
Okay, you're Vorpax, and I'm Kung Lao.
Okay, Siro and Taja, are they ready?
Yeah, okay, let's go. Let's do it.
Okay.
And then she runs away again. And Kung Lao just starts just like throwing stuff around and going like, ah!
He's
Oh!
ooh.
And he's like knocking all the stuff off the table. If I were a braver podcast host, I would have knocked all the shit off my desk.
Yeah, we don't get paid
Enough
yet
to do that.
so we're not doing that.
But just imagine that sound in your head.
Yeah, he's clearing the table. He's like kicking stuff, smashing things, and it fucking works. Kriya fucking baited into a trap, isn't she?
Yeah.
In Mortal Kombat Conquest tradition.
Yeah, everybody gets at least 7.
She busts in the door like super like ready to finish this, right?
Yeah,
Like,
she's
oh,
like,
this is gonna be fucking
let's
easy.
fucking go. Then she's like, oh no.
Let's do it. Boom. She's confronted by Kung Lao, Siro, and Taja. And then Vorpax shuts the door on her from outside.
Yeah, and she's just like, I'm going to hold this door closed and listen to my mom get murdered, I guess.
And Kriya's like, Vorpax.
And also,
She's
so you
pissed,
get
right?
into this situation because you're like, okay, so all of this is predicated on winning against Kriya. The whole plan is like, okay, we got to go kill Kriya. Can you believe Siro and Taja thought they could pull this off by themselves?
No way.
Are you fucking kidding?
I think
Kriya is
honestly,
kicking ass.
Kriya kicks ass. Yeah, it's a fight. And I think that you're right. I think that Siro and Taja knew if they acted this way, it would get Kung Lao to help them. Like they were manipulating him.
Yeah. They had no chance.
No way. And because immediately, as usual, fucking Taja is like just like thrown hard into like a pile of shit. And
Taja,
it's just like out.
gets beat
like
hard.
through crates.
Kung Lao, I'm going to cut to this part because it's the stupidest thing he's maybe ever done.
Yes.
You already know what it is. So
Yeah, I do.
He's setting up for some kind of like big jump move, and Kriya is grabbing a box, clearly to throw the box, and he jumps straight into where the box is going and just gets fucking obliterated.
Yeah, that fucks his leg up.
And it fully breaks his leg. And it's like, yeah, could you not fucking tell? Could you not tell that this is what was going to happen?
The whole fight's weird because basically it's like one or two of the combat crew get knocked down and one's still up. And then when they get knocked down, another one rallies and fights. And then they get knocked down, another one rallies and fights. It just kind of goes around like that for a while.
It's a good way to make sure that you don't have to ask the question, why are they fighting one at a time? Because we at least have a reason.
That's true. And we do get to see Taja, once she does rally from her early knockdown, she does like throw some like fucking punches right in Kriya's face.
She's
also
got hands.
takes a bunch.
But she mostly gets hit a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I feel like, okay, I think that this is probably something better suited for like our inevitable like end of the series retrospective discussion because it's complicated. But
sure,
I still can't get over the degree to which this show wants its women to be cool and empowered, but at the earliest opportunity puts them in like compromising or demeaning situations at every available opportunity. It doesn't make any sense.
100% of the time.
Especially Taja. Taja probably gets it the worst.
She does.
Vorpax gets it bad for the first 15 episodes?
Something like that.
Yeah, and then like Kiri and Anka are just sex characters.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like
Omijus, same thing.
Yeah.
She gets ghosted twice by her boyfriend in one episode.
And like within that there is more nuance and there are things that they do that are compelling, but overall it's like
Right.
I'm so tired.
Jesse from Baywatch.
Jesse from Baywatch. Quan Chi's friends. Well, friends is maybe the absolute wrong word.
Quan Chi's abused slaves.
Quan Chi's abused slaves. It's just it's exhausting.
The Quan Chi players.
The
we
Quan Chi
call
players. Speaking of things that are exhausting, getting kicked in the head so hard your neck breaks.
Yeah.
Which is the
fucking
second time that has happened this episode.
Once Kung Lao is out, Siro rallies. He does a couple like roundhouse kicks to her head and then like a jump kick into her head. And she goes down. Did it break? I wasn't. I guess it did. It must have broken her neck. But right after this, like they go check on Kung Lao, whose leg is all fucked up, and Vorpax comes in and then just stabs Kriya with the sword. You know, the classic Vorpax sword. Was it Siro's sword? It must be Siro's sword because that's the sword that we always see in every episode.
Presumably,
right?
it is Siro's sword.
Presumably, it was Siro's sword. Yeah, and she stabs Kriya's body with the sword, and then like this orange magic comes out.
Yeah, Vorpax gets glowing golden superpowers. Well, not yet.
Picks up the
the
body.
sword does. It looks like the sword does.
Something does. And they take the body and they're like, we are leaving now. You'll never see us again. Right? And they leave the trading post. And then Siro's like, hey, Taja, go get some water for Kung Lao. His leg's fucked up because he jumped into a box in the midair.
And Tasha's like, what if I actually fucking left and chased them through the woods?
Yeah, so she runs off to tail.
She chases them for so long
Vorpax.
it becomes daytime.
Now we get the scene, though, in Outworld where Reiko is talking to a lamer Reiko.
Cool shot to start this scene. It's like a guard walking through and it's overwhelmingly blue when there's like prison cells and chains everywhere.
Yes. Yeah.
The camera like rises up and and this guard is letting people through. And Reiko talks to like whoever the lieutenant under him is. And this is the part where I completely did not understand what this sword did. What I thought was happening was that the Shadow Priest was speaking through Reiko.
It does seem like that.
Because
but
he's
what's
saying
actually happening...
the most ridiculous, stupid, idiot shit that I thought they were just trying to convince everybody that like it was cool to go in there.
But no, Reiko's talking about how he hopes they find the traitor, and if he finds the traitor first, he's going to kill the traitor.
And that the lieutenant shouldn't worry about having to go in there if he's not a traitor, because none of us are traitors.
Right, because Shao Kahn's demanding everyone take this loyalty oath and kiss this sword. I hope he's, disinfecting it between, but he's not. It's Outworld. And what's happening is everything Reiko is saying is then being the Shadow Silk Manning is holding the sword and he is vocalizing everything that Reiko is saying to Shao Kahn. So it's like he's playing it back for Shao Kahn basically. He's the talk boy.
Yes.
Silk Manning is the talk boy, and he's like Reiko's loyal. Right? And Shao Kahn's like, well, how come I can only hear what Reiko's saying? And he's like, well, because
he's the one who kissed the sword. If everyone in Outworld kissed the sword, we'll hear everybody.
Yeah, but this in this conversation it's only Reiko. Right?
And then he's like, okay, I'm going to change channels. I'm going to go listen to Reptile.
Right. Well,
not yet. Oh wait, no, not yet. Kiri had to hear this first.
Right. Kiri hears.
Kiri is in the room the whole time.
100% of the time, and she hears this, and so now she knows how the sword works, and
it works in the dumbest possible way, just to be unequivocally clear.
So Kiri somehow runs back to Zatera super fucking fast. I have no idea how realm travel works. It seems instantaneous. She somehow got out of Shao Kahn's palace and through a portal to Zatera.
She just has means.
And she runs in right as Reptile is about to say some shit that would be incriminating and stops him and tells him to say some other shit. And she's like, look, you kiss the sword. Shao Kahn can hear anything you say if he wants to, but he can't hear me. So just say the things that I'm saying, and it's going to sound like you're loyal to Shao Kahn.
It's like if you're not trying to give away a surprise on the phone.
Exactly. And Reptile does this, and it works, and Silk Manning tells Shao Kahn that Reptile is loyal, so they fucking got away with it, right? Reptile's in the clear. Phew. Good thing Kiri was there. Otherwise... Reptile would have totally been found out. Because then Shao Kahn's like, I don't get it. It makes so much sense that Reptile could hide Kriya in Zatera with him. If it's not him, who could it fucking be? Like, all right, dude, if you were already suspicious of Reptile, why didn't you go check that shit out sooner, right? Because you're right. It does make sense. It does make sense that Reptile's the traitor. He's in a different realm.
Yeah, and if Shao Kahn is assuming that, why would his gut response to this be, oh, well, I must have been wrong? It's like
The talk
no,
boy.
man, if,
the talk boy said.
yeah, if you
Silk
if you
Manning
know
told me he's loyal,
fucked
and
up, you're torturing everybody. Just fucking fight him or something. Do some Shao
I
Kahn
trust
shit,
Silk
you fucking
Manning
idiot.
with my life. Yeah, it's like, damn it, Shao Kahn, you were so close, right? Just a little bit of critical thinking.
Shao Kahn is
instead
on
of being
the
paranoid all
verge of
time.
a fucking breakthrough. This is like Shao Kahn
Would've been
going
on
to
it.
he needs a therapist. That's what he needs.
Instead, he's just got Silk Manning, Shadow Priest to the stars.
Also, oh fuck, I should have said this earlier. My note for when Kung Lao jumps into the box says, "Why did you jump into the box, you fucking clown?" You fucking clown. Put a hornhawk and then a gunshot.
This episode's getting dark.
Cut to
Camp Vorpax, right?
newly christened Camp Vorpax, where they're
On Earth,
having a
realm.
funeral.
Yeah, they got Kriya's body laid out. The warriors are around, and Vorpax is like, "Our queen is dead. We need a new one. It has to be a firstborn." That's something we didn't mention earlier.
Sounds like it's me. Tight. Thank you.
Vorpax is a firstborn.
She's the only firstborn. It's okay. If Kriya is queen and the only heir can be the firstborn, there is one person it can be, and it is Vorpax.
Well, she said a firstborn, so maybe just like from the first Kriya litter.
Maybe you're
Is
right.
that bad to call them litters? That feels
Well,
reductive.
it's fictional, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
That's not true.
Sorry.
I mean, it matters when you're talking about fictional things, but my point being, in this case, I don't think it's hugely important.
Kriya litter. We're sticking with it. A murder of Kriyas. Also, there was just a murder of Kriya. Hey. So Vorpax is like, yeah, gotta be me, guys. Sorry. Hey, Kriya, I both take and receive your powers or something weird like that.
Yeah, she's like, these are mine now, is basically what she says.
More orange magic, and now Princess Vorpax is a queen. Queen Vorpax.
As she has always
Queen
been.
Vorpax.
She is now and continues to be a queen.
What the fuck was the magic when they killed Kriya? If this was the magic that gave her the powers, I don't get
It
it.
doesn't matter. Maybe it was just it was just proving that she died, and they clearly had a huge budget this episode for like silly like effects.
Because of all that crypto, Sean Catherine Derrick mined while she was living
In the
Data
reboot
Space
dimension.
style.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. That's canon.
All right. So right after Vorpax becomes queen, a warrior who wasn't there runs up and is like, "Hey, Queen Vorpax, I found him." And Vorpax is like, "Cool, I'm gonna go see him." And the him in question,
And Taja's like,
is,
"Oh fuck!"
yeah, it's Shang Tsung, baby.
In his weird cave, and Vorpax,
His new area.
Vorpax. Okay, we got to talk about this.
Yeah.
As mentioned in the Corey corner,
Pew 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 pew.
it's Gucci. Vorpax is hoping to convince Shang to be the mate to make a bunch of hives that will be half warrior people, half sorcerer. And Shang knows she's coming, so she finds his zone, and he's like, "What, are you here to kill me?" And she's like, "No, man, I'm fucking crazy now. I'm not the same woman you tormented in the mines. I've got all sorts of Kriya power, all of them, and I'm here with a proposition. Do you want to fuck?" And she
Yes.
is all over him, and I feel weird
Yeah.
about it.
It's really weird because he makes like a comment about like, "Oh, in the mines I could force you." Gross.
And I guess that
Out
means
here
you
I
liked
can't.
it because you are back
Yeah.
with new powers.
Yeah, he says something. He's like, maybe it wasn't so. Maybe you kind of liked it in the mines, and she's like, maybe I did. Problematic as hell.
It's not good. It's really not. It's like
Yeah.
What she says to him is, "My needs are different," and then he's like, "Needs?" And she says, "You used to enjoy
Right.
it. You certainly wanted me often enough."
Yeah.
And then he's like, "What are you saying?" Because he's completely dense. And she's like,
no,
"No."
He's not.
I know.
Dense. He's getting off on hearing her say.
Yeah, and then she's like giving him "fuck me eyes," which has become the catchphrase of the show. But it's just like Vorpax is, clearly doing this as like a career move, Like
Right.
this is a long-term plan
Yeah.
to take over some realms, but like just the material reality of the character going from somebody who was like being abused to then being newly empowered, and to use that to go back to her abuser and like team up or
Yeah.
request to team up if
Yeah.
if she kills Kung Lao, because Shang Tsung
yeah.
cannot stop thinking about Kung Lao.
No, because that's who he's really horny for is Kung Lao.
But again, they're just
but
like
that's his-
they're in this like moodily candlelit cave and just like touching a bunch and just like
And he's like, I can't stop thinking about my bro.
grabbing each other. And then it's like, I believe you. This will be great. Kill Kung Lao, and I'll do it.
And she's like, once we take over all the realms, like Kung Lao's just gonna die with the rest of them once we make our army. And he's like, no, murder Kung Lao first.
Yeah.
Army.
And she's
second,
like, if that's the only
right?
way, and he's like, it is.
Shang is like, no, kill him first. It's the only way I can get it up. I hate myself.
And what a weird time for Kung Lao to be fully out of commission, huh? And Taj is just like,
Yeah.
oh shit, I gotta go report back to the gang.
Right.
Because this is fucked up.
So she doesn't even hear the whole conversation. She gets out of there so she can get back to the combat club, and she fills in Kung Lao and Siro about what's going on. And Kung Lao's like, my leg is messed up. I can't go.
Aw, beans, my leg is all goofy.
You guys go check it out. Wait, Taja, hold on. Don't forget your crossbow that you always take with you everywhere you go. You almost forgot it. And she's like, oh, I can't believe it's,
Silly
like leaving
me.
the
How
house
did I
without your
almost-
wallet
yeah.
and keys, and she grabs her crossbow, of course. I'm surprised it wasn't already strapped to her belt. And they go off Shang and Vorpax spy hunting.
Why did I take a note that says, bro, are you compensating for something with all of those blades? Why did I write that down?
I don't know.
I wrote that
It
right
certainly
before
wasn't about-
writing, Kiri, that is a bold fucking move. What is that
Was
note
it,
about?
It must have been the torture scene because he's got a bunch of knives and stuff in that torture room, right?
No, but why did
were
I
you
take?
talking about
Oh
soap
wait, no,
mayonnaise?
it might be because the guard is holding a big he's holding a sword and also holding a big staff with a spear on the end of it.
That must be it.
That must be it. Anyway, so they zoom in on the sword in the throne room, and Kiri appears for the 1800th time in the same shot, and
Yes.
just steals it extremely easily.
Just takes a sword.
Just
Boom. Takes a
can
sword.
now eavesdrop on Reiko. Stole the sword.
Boom. Sword's gone.
Presumably she can use it. We don't actually know that yet for sure.
Yeah, we're at Camp Vorpax, and
Shang Tsung is like, why are you not killing Kung Lao already?
yes. And Vorpax is like, well, what are you going to do once Kung Lao's dead? And he's like, I got plenty of other people I want to kill. I got a long list of people I want revenge on, right?
People keep fucking with me.
And Siro and Taja are watching from far away, and Taja's thinking about just shooting them with her crossbow, and Ciro's like, bad idea.
You have to be 100% certain you will somehow kill all of them at the same time, or else this is a very bad idea.
With one crossbow bolt, you'll have to take all of them out. So they watch as Reptile shows up, and he's like, yo, Vorpax, what the fuck? Me and Kriya had a deal. I've come to collect. And Vorpax is like, no.
Deal's off, lizard boy.
Your deal was with Kriya. Kriya's dead. I'm the new queen. I'm gonna fuck Shang Tsung, and that's how I'm making an army. And he's like, you choose this fucking loser over me. I'm the ruler of a whole realm. And Shang Tsung's like, yeah, I was there when Shao Kahn.
Yeah,
conquered
your
realm.
realm's a dump.
Yeah. Reptile's like, say that to my face, motherfucker. And now we got a Shang Tsung versus Reptile
For
fight
reasons.
because we need another fight.
Also,
And,
Reptile was fully lying on the fucking ground when he reveals himself.
You're right. Yeah, he was just like laying down like he was making snow angels and then just unclothed.
Oh shit, I should kill somebody today. Fuck.
So
I
good.
forgot why I was here.
So we got to fight. It's a Reptile versus Shang Tsung fight. I'm always here for fights between Mortal Kombat characters in the show. It's cool to see. The fight was fine. Vorpax is loving watching the boys fight over her.
Oh.
They keep cutting to her reactions, and
she
she is just like so.
She is finally in a powerful enough position that she can just relish in this. And
Yeah, she loves it.
problematic nature of all of it aside, it's so great to see Vorpax just having the time of her fucking life.
It's great. And so Reptile and Shang Tsung are fighting for a while, blah, 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 blah. It's your typical fight. Shang Tsung fights are always good. Reptile fights are cool. Reptile does this like flying jump kick and hits Shang Tsung when they're in the air.
Which is sick as fuck.
It's really cool. It's like sped up a little. It's
real video
it looks
gamey.
good. It is. And then he lands and Shang Tsung got fucked up by this kick, and Reptile tries to acid spit at him, and he misses. Shang Tsung counters with a fireball, hits Reptile, knocks him down.
Also, Reptile like barely even moved from that fireball.
He sort of laid down gently.
And then
Vorpax and Shang Tsung run off.
yeah, everybody just leaves. Tasha tries to kill Reptile. Everybody just leaves.
Hold on, we have to talk about this because when Taja shows up and she's gonna crossbow Reptile in the head as he's laying on the ground injured, Reptile cloaks.
He does.
And they're like, oh shit, where did he go? He could be around here anywhere. She was standing over top of him when he
would have to physically
Cloaking
get
is not,
up.
It's not the same. He's still right there, Tasha. Cloaking is not the same as teleporting.
You could have just fired and seen what happened.
Shoot
Or
the
actually,
arrow.
she
It doesn't
shoots
make
an
him...
arrow and he like disappears, and then she reloads. She's like, well, he's invisible and moved, and it's like, actually, that's even more inconsistency because she shoots at the body and it like vanishes.
Right.
But implies
What
that
the
he
fuck
didn't
was
get
that?
up. I don't know. Sounds like this show has.
A reptile dysfunction.
And then she turns around, and then Raiden is just walking out of the tent. Raiden has decided to show up, and he's like, stop pointing that at me.
And Raiden's like, oh, looks like Vorpax has a reptile dysfunction.
That is honestly, it's a fucking wonder he has not actually said that line. And then he's like, why do you always show up when it's over? And he's like, it ain't over. It ain't over till it's over.
Right.
And then he
The balance of
literally
power
says,
has shifted in ways I could not imagine.
me neither, Raiden. Ain't no one safe. In Earthrealm,
No one is
in
safe.
Outworld. Does closed captions make Earthrealm 2 words? I hate that.
Yeah, that's not right.
And and then we get one of the funniest things we've ever seen. So Shao Kahn is in his throne room throwing a hissy fit. Like, motherfucker,
Yes.
you're telling me I am torturing my entire realm trying to find the one person who is fucking me on this, and you guys just let somebody steal my cursed sword that I'm known for having? Are you fucking kidding me? I want revenge. And he's literally holding a skull alone in the throne room, screaming about revenge.
Yeah.
And no notes. I have no notes.
That's the episode. That's the end. That is the end of episode 20, Balance
This
of Power.
episode fucking rules. It is it's chaos.
Episode 20 in the books.
Episode 20, top tier.
It was a good one. I don't really have anything else to say.
Me
Do you want
neither,
to just
honestly.
get out of here on a high note?
Yeah, this episode fucking slaps.
Yeah.
It's insane. They fit so much into 44 minutes, despite having an opening 10 minutes that had very little direct plot relevance. Not everything needs to, of course, but it was like moving the plot in like a completely different direction with characters we had never met.
Yeah.
You know, this episode, it's fucking good as hell. The ending shot is cool. He's screaming about wanting revenge in his like moodily lit throne room, and the camera's like pulling away, and there's like fake lightning in the background, and then it like flies out of the castle.
Yeah.
It's cool as fuck.
It was a reverse of the shot from Mortal Kombat Annihilation where we zoom in to his throne room.
And that's
It was really dope.
creative use of that.
Yeah, this is a good one. How do you think, just in general, what are your feelings now, having seen this episode 20, knowing we have 2 episodes left? Are you hyped? Do you think that we're going to get some good quality out of the next 2? Are you worried that we're going to get like another,
I'm worried, not knowing what the next one's about. I'm worried that the next one might be a dud, just because it might be a lot of building and setting up stuff for the finale and beyond.
Sure, yeah.
And
your classic penultimate.
And then if it's setting up stuff for beyond the finale, it doesn't matter, and we know that. So that could be a bit of a downer. I think the finale's gonna slap. I'm pretty excited for the finale. So, but I am kind of like, it's bittersweet. I'm really enjoying my time with this. It'll be a bummer when it's over. Yeah. When I hear anything about these actors, like especially as when recently we got Cinderella 1997 put on Disney Plus, there was a lot of Paolo Montalban discussion happening on my timeline, Cinderella related, and I was just like, no, that's Kung Lao, baby.
Yeah, I'm going to be real. I remember these last 2 episodes being pretty sweet, but I don't remember them super duper well. I tend to remember the earlier episodes better for some reason than I have these later ones. Like, I did not remember this one being as fucking crazy as it was. Anyway, that's it. That's it for this one. Corey, what do you have to plug?
As usual, Twitter and Letterboxd, Mr. Corey Price. They made another one with Liam and occasionally Neil, where we are talking about all kinds of sequels, reboots, remakes, that kind of thing. When you hear this, the episode that will be out is going to be about Insidious Chapter 3. And it's on all your services. They made another one. I'm bad at I need to write something formal for this still. You know what if you've been listening to 20 episodes of this 20 plus episodes of this podcast, you know.
We're putting the link in the episode description as usual. You can find me on Twitter at FinalNeil. Find me on Instagram at FinalNeilRetro, my retro gaming Instagram account. Follow the show on Twitter, Instagram at MK Podquest. Subscribe to the show. Leave us good 5-star reviews. Check us out on YouTube for the ultimate MK Podquest experience. If you need to catch up on back episodes, smash that subscribe button. I want that custom URL.
Rate and review.
Honestly, we deserve it.
I agree. I think we deserve it.
Shout out to Paul. Thanks for sending this in. Thanks for sending in another message. Open call for anyone listening. Please, I'm interested in everyone's opinion on Mortal Kombat Conquest. We're getting close to the end here. If you've watched it before, if you're just starting to watch it now, send us some voice messages or write into the show. Tell us what your impressions are.
Drop us a line.
mkpodquest@gmail.com, or you can submit a voice message through our anchor page, anchor.fm/mkpodquest. Whatever's easier for you. We want opinions for a future episode, actually. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. And we will be back next week. I think we're going to do a Mythologies episode before we drop into the last two here, just to talk about some of the characters we met since the last one. Your Reikos, your Reptiles, your Melinas, people like that, probably. But for now, Corey, I think it is time for us to turn invisible and go steal some swords from some throne rooms. Is that good?
We're going to come home like that meme where the man is absolutely twisted with like 16 swords.
Corey, grab your sword that you're known for having. Sure. I'm going to grab my crossbow that I'm known for having.
Corey's crossbows. Neil's.
Corey's crossbows. Nunchucks.
Neil's nunchucks.
You know, the weapons that we're both well known for
calling
having.
cards.
Let's grab our weapons and go fuck some shit up in the woods.
Fuck yeah.
Let's go fuck some shit up in that abandoned building downtown.
You know the one.
Bye.
Wow, what an ending.
Was that good?
The episode?
That's gonna be.
I mean, they turned out. I'm hitting stop.